Hey guys, thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. This is pertaining to our midterm exams and exemptions coming up. You know, we've always given semester exams, but the exemptions are going to be a new process for us. And so I thought that making this video would probably be the best way to disseminate that information out. So let me know if you have any questions after this, if we don't get anything clarified. Obviously, with this being um, our our first run at it, there probably will be some hiccups, but hopefully we can make it as smooth as possible for an easy couple of days. So here's what we're looking at. Obviously, we're talking about semester exams on the 18th and the 19th of December coming up. You received this schedule out this week, which just outlines kind of we're going to take first, second, third, have lunch, and then eighth period on Wednesday, and on Thursday, fourth, sixth, seventh, lunch, fifth, and then we'll report for the last 20 minutes of the day back to our day of service teams. All right, one thing, this is new. So this is how we are going to track our exemptions. And this will be released to you, and you will have editing rights because you're going to have to edit this spreadsheet. But this is just a spreadsheet with every student's name in this column who has earned an exemption. And great news, I will tell you that we had 190 students earn at least one exemption, which means they had 4 or fewer absences. But even better news, we had 105 students earn all 4 exemptions. So that means we had 105 students with only 1 or fewer absence. So that was really exciting. Our students are coming to school better than they ever have. Our attendance rate has been outstanding this first semester, and so that is a win. So our students are alphabetized over here in this column if they have earned an exemption. Here you can see Maria Abrego has earned 1, 2, 3, all 4 exemptions. And where you can drop down here and see Oliver, he has only earned 1 exemption because exemptions 2, 3, and 4 are blacked out. So he will only have opportunity for 1. Now, students still must have a minimum grade of 75 for the semester to be eligible to exempt. So that is a semester average grade of 75 in order to earn that exemption. If they have an open spot, that means they're good based off of attendance. And if they come to you and ask to be exempt from your midterm exam, make sure that they have a 75 for the semester. If they do, you will just put the period that they're in your class. So let's say Maria has first period and she comes and wants to exempt Miss Clausen. So Miss Clausen would put first period, her last name, and then she make sure that you record it because you will then at that point put an E in the grade book in Skyward under the midterm exam. So then Maria would need to go and to her other teachers and say she wants to exempt third period, Mr. Brock, fifth period, Coach Jones, seventh period, Miss Edwards. So Maria has selected all of her exemptions. We can clearly see who she's planning on exempting, and every teacher can see who she has exempting. Now let's say that Oliver has already gone to Mr. Hinkle, and Mr. Hinkle has put his name in there for second period. But he comes to Miss Carricker and says, Miss Carricker, I would like to exempt. And she looks and says, Oliver, you don't have another spot available. He says, well, I want to exempt yours. I don't want to exempt Mr. Hinkle's. Well, Ms. Carricker does not need to delete this time. That is not her place to delete it. So Oliver would have to go back to Mr. Hinkle and tell him that he has changed his mind, and Mr. Hinkle would then be the one to delete that. And so then if there is a blank, then Miss Carricker could fill her name in that spot. But that is not, make sure that we do not delete, as teachers, we do not delete other spots in there. I will say this is going to be working in a Google Sheet. If you're not real familiar with a Google Sheet or Excel, please let us know, and let somebody who is proficient with this come in and help you with that, because we're all going to be editing it, and so you could do a lot of damage to this sheet if you're not careful. So if you're not proficient with using Excel or Google Sheets, please let us know, and we will be happy to help you with that, get that filled in. So a little bit about the timelines. We will run the final roster for attendance on Friday, December the 13th. Students will have, then after we've run that, this is preliminary, but obviously it may change a little bit if students aren't at school. So we will, after we run it on Friday, then they will have Monday and Tuesday, which are review days, to request exemption from you. And then by Tuesday at 3:35, that'll be shut down, because that Wednesday we go into exams. Now let's talk a little bit about what we're going to do with them during the exams. That we are going to bring them to school, and they're going to have to come and check in each period for attendance purposes on that day. And then we will move them to a holding area. I'm still working out the details on where that holding area is going to be. But obviously, we're looking at some different things, and even one of them, kind of the leading choice, it would be outside at the football stadium. But that's going to be weather permitting, and so backup plans, we're looking at the cafeteria, the high school gym, but we know we've got a band concert that's going to be set up in there, so and then the middle school gym as well. So we will get kind of more information on the holding areas for students. But where I'm going to need some help with this is with some coverage. So we've got this broken down into 30-minute time slots, and so for Wednesday, December the 18th, and then Thursday, December the 19th. So for first period is an hour and a half. Into 30-minute time slots, we'll need Mr. Saunders and Mr. Coleman helping out at the beginning, be relieved by Coach Quick and Miss Rogers, and then be relieved by Coach Lopez and Miss Carricker. Please make sure you look all the way through this. Some of you, your name is on here twice. I tried to keep it as equitable as possible for our teachers with only one conference period. For example, tried to give them fewer time, where everybody is still getting a full 60 minutes worth of a conference at minimum. And so, just check your name. We tried to keep it equitable on who had the most time off. And so that is how we're going to help cover our students who are in the holding area while they are exempt. Okay, I think that's all we've got at this time. Hopefully you get a chance to watch this, and as you think about it, if you catch anything that we have missed or we still need to cover, please don't hesitate to let us know with any questions or that we may have, because we do want it to be as smooth of a day as possible. And so again, thank you for your time.